Do you know what today is? It's our anniversary.
It's our anniversary. Yeah.
Well, we made it to 1 year. And it's not due to Penny Maria's singing. Nor mine.
Okay.
Coming to you celebrating our 1 year anniversary. And because we usually use the criteria of both of us seeing a show and the show having an open run, sometimes we don't get to tell you about all the wonderful shows that we've seen that don't fit that criteria. So last year, look at my tickets from 2016, and we want to come and give you some of our best ofs. What about you, PM? What did you love?
Well, let's start with Best Musical.
Okay.
Really, really enjoyed Shuffle Along. And I also really enjoyed and was surprised by Dear Evan Hansen, which was at the second stage off Broadway. It talks about social media and, how it could be used in a not so great way. Very just technological in the whole design aspect, which is really cool as well, the way they integrated that into your traditional musical theater format. Design was done by Peter Negrini. It's actually already on Broadway, so maybe we'll get a chance to see that again.
I definitely want to see that one. I've heard only good things. I, for Best Musical, went for Shuffle Along, which was at the Music Box Theater. There's no surprise there. I love tap dance. The direction came from George C. Wolfe. Savion Glover did the choreography. You had Audra McDonald, Billy Porter, Brian Stokes Mitchell. There was no way that show should have closed as early as it did. Some things happened, but I am just sad that more eyes didn't get to see that show. It was powerful. It was groundbreaking. And just
should have won more awards.
It should have won Tonys. Overshadowed by Hamilton, but nevertheless, I saw it and I appreciated it. We both did. Also loved Tapping Through Life, which Maurice Hines put on at New World Stages. A wonderful history of his career with pictures and stories of him throughout the years. Love that. And then lastly, Encores, New York City Center. They did a production of Cabin in the Sky, which was wonderful from top to bottom. Wonderful acting, great singing, vibrant characters.
Best play, I chose Familiar by Danai Gita. It was at Playwrights Horizons, and it was about a Zimbabwean family. I mean, the emotional journey was just so rich. The themes talked about immigration, assimilation, traditions, family secrets. It was really a roller coaster ride of emotions, but it was amazing work, well written, and I really enjoyed that theatrical experience. What about you?
I love Jitney. I saw it on December 30th, so it just squeaked out in the deadline for 2016. Really wonderful August Wilson work. Was at the Samuel J. Friedman Theater. We gave a full review on that.
Again, by August Wilson. Great writing.
Turn Me Loose, which was at West Side Theater featuring Joe Morton, Papa Pope from Scandal, was wonderful. He portrayed the legendary activist and comedian Dick Gregory. One-man show, pretty much. There was an assisting actor. He really held that show down, and you didn't see Papa Pope. You didn't see Joe Morton. He was all Dick Gregory. Loved it.
My honorable mentions include... and this is for Best Play, Sell by Date, which was written by Sarah Jones. She's known for playing multiple characters, and that's what she did in this show as well. What was really significant about it was that she did a whole bunch of research, and it was about the sex industry, and it was taking a futuristic look at the industry, and I don't know, it was just really amazing. Some people thought it was too long and didn't enjoy it as much, but I loved it. Also, Southern Comfort was at the Public Theater, and that was definitely unexpectedly interesting show. I learned a lot about the transgender community. I'm a cis woman and I don't have transgender friends, so it gave me a really great insight into that world. I also have to mention Party People, which was at the Public, which talked about Young Lords and the Black Panthers, so looking at the struggle in this country for people of color in general. And The Death of the Last Black Man in the Whole Entire World by Susan Lloyd Parks' Signature Theater. That show was quite adventurous. It did not follow your traditional play format. You should write it down and hide it under a rock were very strong words from the show. A lot of time we know that Black history gets eradicated, and so she was making it a point to discuss that.
Let's Play. I also wanted to mention two shows, Spaces, which was at the Rose Theater. It featured Wynton and the Jazz and Lincoln Center Orchestra, with the addition of two of the most dynamic and extraordinary dancers of today. You had Lil Buck, who's the jukin artist in the Apple commercial. That's where y'all know him from. And then Jared Grimes, who's one of today's most prolific tap dancers. So it was an amazing feast for the ears and the eyes. Love that show. And then at the Apollo, there was a show over the holidays called The First Noel. And I was shocked because when you think of the Apollo, you don't necessarily think of theater, you think of the musical art. It was a really high quality production that had wonderful voices and great acting. And then my favorite, Michael Kilgore, had a featured role, which I didn't even know about until he came on stage and started singing. And he was hilarious. And the whole production was a breath of fresh air. I was just really surprised by it.
I heard it was
and delighted.
Really good. Hopefully we'll all get a chance to take part in that production next year. Best actor, actress.
I want to acknowledge Michael Potts. He was like the Renaissance man of 2016. We saw him in Cabin in the Sky. We saw him in Aubergine, and he was in Jitney. So he's just really taking the New York theater world by storm. And every time you see him, you never think of the role that he played before. And that's the true test of an actor.
I'm going to recognize Anish for Best Actress, Anish Seth, in Southern Comfort. I thought that was a wonderful performance and very proud.
Look out for what we have in 2017. We can't wait to continue to bring you more reviews that hopefully open you up to sitting in a seat and experiencing the performing arts in the theater.
Yeah, thank you so much for your support, and we look forward to sharing more with you.
Do, 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 to see or not to see. 1 year. Do, 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 to see or not to see.